Okay, so what we have discussed in the last lecture about the homojunction semiconductor laser, right? And now we are going to discuss about the heterojunction semiconductor laser. Okay, now what do you mean by this heterojunction semiconductor laser? So basically, this heterojunction semiconductor lasers are those in which p n, right? That means the p-type material of the semiconductor and n-type material of the semiconductor that are clubbed together to form two different junctions, right? That means this p end of the semiconductor material and n end of the particular semiconductor material, right, that are sandwiched together, or you can say clubbed together to form two junctions, that is two heterojunctions. That means unlike homojunctions, right? In case of homojunctions, how many what we can say, the sandwiched region or the junctions we have? Only one. But here now, in case of this what we can say heterojunction, such a two different regions or such a two different junctions, right, can be formed because of its structural arrangement, right? As shown in the figure, you can say first it has a what we can say two p-type layers. One is highly doped, that is p plus gallium arsenide, then again p aluminum gallium arsenide. So that P and P type region forms the one region, and another N and N type region, N type substrate is formed the another region. That's why it's like or in a very simple way you can say these are the two PN junctions, right, attached back to back. Two PN junctions attached back to back, that forms the two regions, and that is nothing but the heterojunction region, right? Now what are different layers means it can use, or the heterojunction semiconductor have? So first it have a gallium arsenide p type, gallium aluminum arsenide, then gallium arsenide, that is active medium, then gallium aluminum arsenide of n type, and gallium arsenide of n type region. So these different four regions along with the active medium forms the two junctions. So the photon emitting capacity of this heterojunction semiconductor laser is but obvious more than the homojunction semiconductor laser. And why is the and why this? Because unlike homojunction, this type of semiconductor laser have two different junctions. बरोबर आहे? एक तिथे होमोजंक्शन मध्ये काय होतं, एकच जंक्शन होतं, आणि त्याच ह्याच्यात what we can say, because of the recombination radiation, photons are getting emitted by the stimulated emission process. Now here in two different regions such a stimulated emissions happening, and that combinedly emitted or directing a laser beam, or combinedly forming the laser beam. So, but obvious, the intensity of the laser in case of heterojunction semiconductor laser is always greater than the homojunction semiconductor laser, right? So this is about the heterojunction or structure, or what we can say, the structure of heterojunction semiconductor laser. Now working. Again, the working principle of any laser is same. It is based on the stimulated emission. But how it is happening? So this is the circuitry arrangement for this. So you have that heterojunction structure, and that is forward bias with the help of supply. And then from the one p end and another p end, and from the one end n end and another side n end, we are getting the two, or we are getting the beam formation or the laser formation, and which whose intensity is much more larger than the homojunction semiconductor laser, right? Structural arrangement and even working is same. Only difference is, in case of homojunction there is one junction, in case of heterojunction there is two junction. This is the only difference. Else everything is same in case of homojunction and heterojunction, right? Only difference is there are two junctions. In case of homojunction there is only a single junction. In case of heterojunction, there are two junctions. This is the only difference. Rest everything is same, right? So characteristics of semiconductor laser. Okay, so we are going to discuss some of the useful characteristics of semiconductor laser. So most of the semiconductor lasers operate in a zero point 0.8 zero point 0.9 micrometer, right? And in some cases it may be a 1 to 1.7 micrometer spectral region. The wavelength of emission determined by the band gap. Okay, whatever the band gap of that particular semiconductor material, that is nothing but the wavelength of emission. This is the second characteristics. Thirdly, you can say a different semiconductor materials used for different spectral region, as I told you. And this is what the difference between your conventional what we can say semiconductor material and the optical semiconductor material, right? To achieve different spectral regions, different material or different doping elements, different impurities you can use. This is the first thing. Then uh, if you consider a gallium arsenide, then probably it's uh, most of the what we can say its operating wavelength lies between zero point 0.8 to zero point 0.9 micrometer, and based on indium phosphide, that is INP, indium phosphide, it's up to 1 to 1.7 micrometer, right? It's a spectral region, you can say, right? In case of gallium arsenide, its spectral region is zero point 0.8 to zero point 0.9 micrometer, and indium phosphide, right, its spectral region is 1 to 1.7 micrometer. And pumping method, that means how we are actually stimulating the uh, different, or how we are stimulating the electrons to release the photon and come back to a lower energy or a valence state. It's a direct conversion. Okay, and uh, the power you can measure in terms of 1 millivolt. Okay, so these are about the characteristics of semiconductor laser. Now we will compare homojunction laser or homojunction diode laser with heterojunction diode laser. Okay, now first, in case of homojunction, so p and n regions are made of the same diode material. Here p and n regions are made of different diode materials, right? And that's why, as I told you, the material used is always different as compared to your conventional diode, and that's why this type of diode lasers have the capacity to generate n number of photons by the stimulated emission process. Okay, so this is the first point. Second, what you can say about the homojunction diode, so it's a single crystal of a PN diode, right? That means PN junction diode. In case of heterojunction, third layer of p type material among the 5 layers, right? That means in case of homojunction there is only one layer, but in case of heterojunction there are two layers, right? So it's the third layer of p type material among the 5 layers. So you have such a two layers that what we can say contribute to forming a beam, that contribute to forming a laser beam. So that's about the heterojunction diode. If you talk about the wavelength of homojunction, it is approximately 8300 to 8500 ampere. In case of heterojunction, it is about 8400 ampere. Okay, and material that can be used in case of homojunction diode is a gallium arsenide, indium phosphide. In case of heterojunction, gallium arsenide, then gallium aluminum arsenide, indium phosphide, indium aluminum phosphide. So these are different materials that can be used to form this heterojunction structure. And gallium arsenide and indium phosphide, these two popularly used materials to form the homojunction diode laser structure. Okay, so these are the comparison point between the homojunction diode laser, see, homojunction semiconductor laser and heterojunction semiconductor laser or diode laser is one and the same thing. So don't get confused between semiconductor laser is nothing but something different. No, it's about the diode laser. It is one and the same. Okay, so don't get confused between the diode laser or semiconductor laser. One and the same thing. Now, advantages. Okay, what are the advantages of laser? They are lightweighted and portable. Okay, then battery supported and easily replaceable. so weight is always light, and you can easily replace and install the battery. Capacity of direct modulation into gigahertz region, it's what we can say as when you go to some higher bandwidth or higher spectral region lasers, so its capacity is into a gigahertz. Okay, then small size and low cost, right? Small size and low cost is low, but not as compared with the led. Led is still cheaper than the laser, but if you consider in a bulk quantity, then yes, you can say laser is a low cost. Okay, size is low as compared to the structure and circuitry complexity. If you consider, still its size is very much low. Okay, then capacity of monolithic integration with electronic circuitry. This is also one of the best advantage of using the laser or semiconductor laser diode. Then capability with optical fibers. This kind of lasers works better, or it having the as it's a coherent source of light. So in case of what we can say the step index fiber, where the light travel along the core of the or from the core axis of the fiber optics, this type of laser diode is very much useful, because we want a coherent beam of light, very directed beam of light, so that it will not get scattered here and there. In that case, laser is the only good option for you. So that are the advantages. Now, what are the disadvantages of the laser diode? So due to a relatively low power production, these lasers not suited to typical laser applications, right? So in case of power, you have to go for some ruby laser or some advanced laser. Okay, so basically these semiconductor lasers are not that much useful if you want a what we can say higher power output. Okay, temperature affects greatly the output of the laser. This is again one of the disadvantage. Cooling system requires in some cases, right? As I mentioned you, where you want a high power laser, there you want a cooling system. Okay, for low power laser, cooling system is not required, but yes, in case of high throughput laser or high power throughput laser, you require a cooling system. Okay, so in case of medical, you have different what we can say laser instrument to what we can say deal with some operation and something sonography, ultrasonography, all that things. So there you require some sort of cooling system, because these lasers are producing a tremendous high power output. There you require a cooling system, and beam divergence is much greater as compared to all other lasers, right? In case of diode laser, though it's a coherent, but kind of little scattering is always there, right? So these are the disadvantages of semiconductor laser. Now applications, okay, where we can use the first and very important, and what we can say the worldwide used application in case of fiber optics as a optical source, राईट. हे जे लेसर आहेत सेमीकंडक्टर लेसर हे मोस्टली ऑप्टिकल सोर्स म्हणूनच जास्त वापरतात. इतर ऍप्लिकेशनसाठी ते वापरत नाहीत. इतर ऍप्लिकेशन तुम्हाला वेगळ्या टाईपचे लेसर्स अवेलेबल असतात, ते वापरावे लागतात. रुबी लेसर आहे. रुबी म्हणजे व्हॉट यू कॅन से इट्स अ जेम, माणिक ज्याला आपण म्हणतो, त्याचा लेसर असतो. सो इन केस ऑफ मेडिकल you can use the ruby laser, or there are some advanced lasers available which produces tremendously high power. त्याला मग कूलिंग सिस्टीम वगैरे पण लागते. मग ते लेसर्स जे आहेत ते वेगळ्या ऍप्लिकेशनसाठी वापरतात. बट स्पेसिफिकली इन केस ऑफ ऑप्टिकल ट्रान्समीटर or as a optical source, these lasers are well suited. So first and very important application in the fiber optic communication. Then barcode reader, राईट. मॉलमध्ये वगैरे गेल्यावर जो प्रत्येक what we can say whatever the grocery, whatever the different items that you are going to purchase, त्याच्यावर जो बारकोड लावलेला असतो ते रीड करण्यासाठी त्यांच्याकडे जे असतं, that is nothing but the laser, right? Semiconductor laser which reads the barcode and which decodes the material price of everything whatever the written there in barcode, right? Laser pointers, laser pointer, you know, right? To point something. तुम्ही लहानपणी वापरले असताल बरेच. डिस्क रीडर, आता nowadays this application is kind of what we can say out of age, but सीडी प्लेअर पूर्वी जे असायचे ना, मूवीजच्या सीडी वगैरे असायच्या, ते CD रीड करण्यासाठी त्याचं ऍप्लिकेशन आहे. बेसिकली इट्स लाईक व्हॉट वी कॅन से, देर आर सम पिट्स अँड देर आर सम व्हॉट वी कॅन से हाईट. So if time permits, I will discuss that application in detail, how actually your CD, right? All of you know CD असतात ऑडिओच्या. तर ते त्याच्यासाठी हे लेसर ॲप्लिकेशन किंवा हे बेसिकली लेसर डिव्हाइस किंवा हा लेसर ॲक्च्युली इट इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट टू फेच द डेटा. ओके, मे बी इन नेक्स्ट लेक्चर I will try to illustrate that in detail. Okay, then laser printing and scanning, this is also. Then directional lighting source, right? It's nothing but the what we can say extension of that laser pointer application. So these are the prominent applications of these semiconductor lasers. Okay, and basic thing, if you say about this, it is the, or if you say the most important application of this is in the optical source or in the optical fiber communication, right? So this is all about the unit number 3. Okay, so if you have any doubt, query related to this unit, you are free to ask. Okay, so with your permission, I will declare we have finished with unit number 3. Okay, ह्याच्यात तुम्हाला काही डाऊट असेल किंवा if you want me to repeat something, you can ask me, no problem. Otherwise we will stop.